The executive order to dismember my soul. I remember the sound of something wet wind flapping inside my ear canal, and then I was staring at myself in the corporate break room mirror. My eyes were bloodshot and my skin had this sickly pale sheen to it, and my face was stretched too wide like I was a failed science experiment. My boss, Mr. Kim, was beaming at me as he handed me a severance package with a sly smile and a pat on the back, and I just wanted to scream because I knew what I was about to do to him. But first I had to get the feeling of my teeth softening and melting into my throat under control, because every conversation I had with Mr. Kim made my mouth water with anxiety. I asked him why the sudden layoff, and he just winked at me and said it wasn't my department anymore, and I felt a cold sweat trickle down my spine as I watched him walk out of the break room and towards the server room. I was not crazy, I am not crazy. I saw the way he was glancing at my coworkers and whispering something into the ear of our team lead, MS Park. I know what you did, MS Park. You think you can just take over my projects and my clients and get away with it, but I have files and recordings and I know your secret. I started typing away on my phone with my shaky hands as I pretended to scroll through my phone, but really I was searching for the right incriminating evidence to send to human resources, and the media and my coworkers started to whisper around me that I was not supposed to access the server room after hours. Mr. Kim just walked in and leaned in close to my ear and said, "Don't even think about touching the server. I have a team of lawyers waiting to shut you down," and I felt a cold wind blow through my entire body as I backed away from him slowly. "I know what you did, Mr. Kim, but you won't get away with this, not when I have proof of the financial embezzlement and the toxic work environment and the countless violations of OSHA codes." And then MS Park stormed out of the meeting room and started screaming at me for sabotaging her career, and I just wanted to rip apart her face with my bare hands because I knew I was trapped and she was the architect of my downfall. I started typing away furiously on my phone as I sent out a mass email to the entire corporate headquarters exposing the corruption and the malfeasance, and I knew I had to get out fast before Mr. Kim and MS Park could silence me. The feeling of my hand slipping away from the keyboard and hovering in mid-air was like my entire world was about to crumble, and I just wanted to crawl into a hole and hide. But it was too late. Mr. Kim was already on the phone to security, and I could hear the sound of sirens blaring outside as they locked down the building and surrounded me in a circle of steel and glass. And that was when I screamed. The sound of my voice was like the flapping of wet wings inside my ear canal, and I knew I was done. I was finished. I was nothing but a pawn in a game of corporate revenge and malicious compliance, and the last thing I saw was Mr. Tim and MS Park laughing at me as they watched me being dragged away in handcuffs.